Hello everyone, welcome once again. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is force and pressure. So, first of all, we will start the chapter with the definition of force. What is force? A force is a push or a pull that changes or tends to change the state of rest or uniform motion of an object or changes its direction or shape. If we will push or pull any of the object, then it will change either the state of the object, motion of the object, or direction or shape of the object. This is called force. A force arises due to the interaction between two objects. Without interaction, there could no force act. But force acts with the help of interaction between the two objects. Now, force has magnitude as well as direction. Force has both the things, magnitude and also direction. And the SI unit of force is Newton. Newton is SI unit of force. A change in the speed of an object or the direction of its motion or both implies a change in its state of motion. Either the speed of the object changes or the direction changes. That means there is some change in the state of motion. Force acting on an object may cause a change in its state of motion or change its shape. Force could change motion or its shape. A force can act on an object with or without being in contact with it. So, we can indirectly apply force on any object or directly can apply force on any object. Now, there are different types of forces. First one is contact forces. The forces act on a body when the source of force is in actual contact. We can say when it is in directly contact with the body. The point where the force is applied on the object is called the point of application of force. Just suppose if you are pushing any of the table, that means the place where you put your hand from where you are pushing the table, that point will be called point of application of force. Now, there are different types of contact forces like muscular force. The force exerted by the muscles of the body. If we push any object with our hands or with the help of our muscles, we make use of muscular forces like animals, like bullocks, horses and camels to get our activities done. In previous time, it was there that most of the transportation was done with the help of bullocks, horses and camels, and these animals use their muscular force to carry the different object, and for the transportation we can say muscular force was used by the animals. After that, second type of contact force is mechanical force, the force produced by a machine. If you are taking help of a machine to push or pull any of the object, that type of force will be called mechanical force. So, muscular force is the force exerted by the muscles of the body, whereas the force produced by a machine is called mechanical force. Third type of contact force is frictional force, the force that opposes the motion of an object. The force which acts opposite to the motion of the object is called frictional force. So, these are three types of contact forces. Muscular force is the force exerted by the muscles of the body. Mechanical force is the force produced by machines. And frictional force is the force which opposes the motion of an object, which acts opposite to the motion of the object. Now, let's talk about non-contact forces. Non-contact forces are the forces which do not involve physical contact between two bodies which they act. There is no direct contact or physical contact between the two bodies. First one is magnetic force. A magnet exerts a non-contact force on object made of iron, steel, cobalt or nickel. If you will place any iron object here and here is any magnet, so it will just attract that object towards it. So, this type of magnetic force is called magnetic force, and it is of a non-contact force because there is no direct contact between the object and the magnet. Similarly, a push or pull could be there. if these are, this is south, this is north pole, it will attract each other, and the poles are same, south and south, then they will repel each other. So attraction or repulsion, both the things are carried out in case of magnetic forces. After that comes electrostatic force, the force which results due to the repulsion of similar charges or attraction of opposite charges. Electrostatic force is the force which is the resultant of repulsion of similar charges. Positive charge will repel each other, whereas positive negative charge will attract each other. So these are called electrostatic forces. After that come gravitational force. Gravitation is already there. We are all having seen the examples of gravity in our nature. Whatever we will object we will throw upwards, it will come down to the earth. This is because of the presence of gravity in our nature. Gravitational force is a force that exists between any two objects by virtue of their mass. How heavy the object is, according to that the gravity will act on it. So if we will throw any of the object upwards, it will come to the ground only, and this is because of gravity in our nature, and this type of force is called gravitational force. So we have talked about three type of non-contact forces. Magnetic force, which exerts on, it is non-contact force. It is applicable on objects made up of iron, steel and cobalt, nickel. After that, electrostatic force, there will be a resultant between positive charges. If there is positive charges, there will be repulsion, and in case of opposite charges, there will be attraction. After that, we have talked about gravitational force. Gravitational force exists between any two bodies according to their masses. So we have seen the gravity in our nature. If we will throw any of the object upwards, it will come to the ground only. This is because of gravitational force. After that comes pressure or thrust. Thrust acting per unit surface area is called pressure. Thrust is the force acting on an object perpendicular to its surface. Just suppose this one is surface and this one is the pressure acting on it. So they are perpendicular to each other. This is called pressure. Thrust is the force acting on an object perpendicular to its surface. In SI system, pressure is measured in Newton per square. Newton per square. Whereas it is meter, it's Newton per square meter. And in case of which is equal to 1 Pascal. Newton per square meter is equal to 1 Pascal. This is unit of pressure. Newton per square meter or Pascal. Like solids, liquids also exert pressure. A solid exert pressure only in the downward direction due to its weight, whereas liquid exert pressure in all direction. If there is liquid in any of the object, it exerts pressure in all the direction. So this is called pressure. But in case of solid, it will exert pressure in downward direction only. Hence, the liquid and gases exert pressure on the walls of their container, the thick blanket of the air that covers the earth termed atmosphere. The pressure is exerted by the atmosphere called atmospheric pressure. There is atmospheric pressure in our atmosphere, and the tremendous atmospheric pressure surrounding us is not felt by us because the fluid pressure inside our bodies counterbalance the atmospheric pressure around us. There is fluid pressure in our body which balances the pressure around the atmosphere. So that's all about this chapter. I hope you understood it well, and for more details stay connected to my channel. Thank you and have a good day to all of you.